the ground troop tournament begins, no air troops, just pure ground domination. Giants, Pekkas, Hogs, and more battle for victory. Who will crush their way to the top? Let's find out. Now before we start, we have to get through some rules. The first rule is that matchups are based on the housing space. For example, 1 giant will be equal to 5 archers. Higher housing space means higher seeding. If you have a super high housing space, you will be a high seed. If you have a low one, you will be a low seed. Each round is a best of 3 for fairness, as the clan castle will have to be involved in this tournament. Who do you think will win? Drop your predictions now in the comments below and see if you are right. Let's get into it. What you are looking at right here is the ground tournament bracket matchups. And the very first matchup will be the barbarians versus the archers. And here we go. Game 1. Archers versus barbarians. Looks like the barbarians are going to take it, and they do. Barbarians take game 1, didn't lose a single troop. And now, time for game 2. Will the barbarians end it? Or will the archers start to make a comeback? Wow. Wi-Fi symbol, but the lower level barbarians take it and they move on to face the Electro Titan in the second round. After that starting troop matchup, we have to move on to the next battle, which will be the Wall Breakers versus the Goblins. And game 1 of the Wall Breaker versus the Goblins matchup is right now, and here we go. Let's see how it goes. Goblins coming in. The Wall Breaker comes out. Will he one shot? That didn't go to plan. We'll run it back. Time we're gonna attempt putting the Wall Breaker in this situation and see if anything different happens. And there you have it. They don't fight back. We're just gonna give that series to the Goblins. Up next, we have the Bowler versus the Valkyrie. Let's get into it. Valkyries versus the Bowlers, game 1. Here we go. The Valkyries going in, the Bowlers coming out. Bowlers dealing solid damage, but the Valkyries are just destroying. And the Valkyries end up taking game 1 off of a pretty dominant performance. Now, after watching game 1, I would assume the Bowlers are going to lose this with a disadvantage in level now. The Valkyries won at a lower level, and wow. Sweep, 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 sweep. And after a clean sweep from the Valkyrie, we've got the Yetis versus the Hog Riders. Unfortunately, we have to go with this way only. The Hogs have to be in the clan castle or else they will not fight each other. So here we go. Game 1 starting now. The Yetis coming in, the Hogs coming out angry. Who will take it? Yeti's taking big damage. The Yetimites are not going to help the Hogs. And the Hogs dominate. Hogs take game 1 in a dominant fashion. Game 2. I decided to give 5 Yetis as they are at a level disadvantage. So here we go. Yetis are putting in work, but they are dying fast. The Yetis are going to get taken out. The Hog is running away. He's running. And we're going to give that to the Yetis. The Yetis forced a game 3, and for game 3, we're going to go right in the middle with 3 Yetis versus the Hog Riders. Let's go. First game 3 of the video. The Hog Riders are putting in solid work. Only 1 hog down, 2 hogs down. Yetis are going out, and the Hogs win it, and the Hogs will be advancing on to the second round. And now, a matchup I am shocked about. The Giant versus the Warden Apprentice. Giant versus Warden Apprentice game 1 right now. We've got 4 Giants versus 1 Warden as the housing space is even. And here we go. It's not going to be close. The Warden The Warden got smoked by the Giants. And just like the Hog Riders, the Giants have to be in the clan castle. So we're going to do 2 Warden apprentices to try to even it out. It's still looking like the Giants are just straight up dominating the Warden apprentices. And they will win the best of 3 in a 2-0 sweep. And now we have what could be the best matchup of the first round is the Pekka versus the Wizard. Wizards versus Pekka right now. This second, let's go. So Wizards switch focus to the Pekka. Looks like the Pekka's done too much damage too early, and it's too little too late for the Wizards. But they put up a solid fight against the Pekka, getting him pretty low. Now game 2, we've got the Pekka. We're going to place him right here. Let everyone fight it out. See how it goes. Pekka gets melted. And this is going to be a game 3 that I am excited about. Let's get into it. And here we go. Game 3 of the closest series so far this video. Let's go. As the Wizards, they always sell. But they're putting in solid damage. The Pekka's getting low. The Pekka's low. The Wizard, 1 Wizard left. The Pekka just barely survives and moves himself on to the second round. And now we've got the matchup of the Headhunter versus the Ice Golem. I have no idea which way this will go, so we might as well see and find out. After multiple tries of trying to figure out how to do this, we finally got it. Game 1 starting now. It's a very slow-paced matchup, but they're frozen. Now the Headhunters are frozen. This is the Golem's chance. He takes out 1 Headhunter. Almost 2. It looks like the Headhunters take game 1 with ease. And due to the complications and all the struggles to set it up, we're only doing 1 matchup for this, as the Ice Golem's already lost at the higher level. And now we have the Witch versus the Miner. Let's see what happens. And here we go, game 1 of 2 Miners versus the Witch. It's hard to see what's happening. I hear 1 Witch go down. Skeletons, though, might do the job. So both Miners go down. The Skeleton clutches up the game 1 win for the Witch. And time for game 2. Here we go. The Miners go straight for the Witch. What a smart strategy for the Miners there. Will they take out the Skeletons? Looks like they will, and the Miners take game 2, moving us to another game 3 situation. Game 3. How will this play out? No one knows. They're getting melted by the Witch. Miner takes out the Witch. He's just got the Skeletons to go. Will he do it? 2 Skeletons left. 1 skeleton left, and he's dead. He was 1 shot away from moving himself on, but the Witch advances to the next round. And now it is the return of the Goblins as they go into their second matchup against the Golem. A long setup, but we are now here. Goblins versus Golems. Let's get into it. Goblins obviously have to take out the clan castle first, but they are lasering the Golem as the Golem's only destroyed 3 goblins himself. Wow. Okay. The explosion of the Golem one-shot the goblins, which means it is impossible for the goblins to have a chance to win, moving the Golem on to the second round. And now to finish off this first round, we have the Barbarian versus the Electro Titan. And as I do not have the Electro Titan unlocked, the Electro Titan will need to be in the clan castle for every single matchup this round. And here we go. The aura is just too strong from the Electro Titan, absolutely dominating the Barbarians in Game 1. And to make Game 2 interesting, we decided to put 150 Barbarians against the one Electro Titan, just to see if the Barbarians even have a chance. Wow, what a dominant performance from the Electro Titan, barely even getting hurt from 150 Barbarians. Because of that performance, the Electro Titan moves on to the next round. And now we are in round 2. We have the Electro Titan versus the Valkyrie. Game 1 of the Electro Titan versus the Valkyries. The Electro Titan's putting in damage, but taking a lot of damage back. This is intense. But it looks like the Electro Titan is taking another Game 1 win. The Valkyries, on their last life, will they be able to find a way to take out the Electro Titan and get the win? We will find out soon. Electro Titan below half health, but all the Valkyries getting beamed by the aura. The Electro Titan moves on to the next round as they defeat the Valkyries. And to see who goes up against the Electro Titan, we now have the Hog Riders versus the Giants. As unfortunate as this matchup is almost impossible to make happen, so we have to spin a wheel. See which name gets landed on twice. Let's go. Game 1 goes to the Hog Rider. And Game 2 also goes to the Hog Rider, which probably would have happened anyway, so we will see the Hog Rider advance. And now we've got the Headhunter versus the Pekka. Let's go. Now we've got Game 1 of the Pekka versus the Headhunters. Let's see what happens. Pekka goes flying and Headhunters come out fast, doing solid damage, slowing down the Pekka. Pekka hasn't even gotten a shot off yet, and boom, one Headhunter down. And the Pekka's dead, just like that. Game 1 is over. Headhunters take it. Now we got Game 2 starting up quickly. Pekka, once again, getting slowed down like crazy. First shot off. Will they get the second? Only one shot off, and the Headhunters absolutely dominate in Game 2 and move on to the semifinal. Now the last matchup of the round will be the Witches versus the Golems. Now in this situation it was hard because we only had 2 options to go with. It's either 3 Witches or 2 Witches. There's no in between to even it out here. As the Golem takes down the first Witch, we've got 1 Witch and a bunch of Skeletons versus the Golem. As the Skeletons go down and the mini ones come out, what will happen? Will they take down the Witch? Or will the Witch take out the Golems? Looks like the Golems will win Game 1. And for Game 2, we are going to do 3 Witches. So Witches are selling the bag. They went for the clan castle and not the Golem, which could be huge to kill them. So the Golem's getting devoured by skeletons right now. And the Golems, the explosion, takes Game 2, and they move on Our first semifinals matchup of the day will be the Hog Riders versus the Electro Titans. And also, for the semifinals and finals, I will be using a power potion to even it out as much as possible. And the Electro Titans going under crazy damage early. And the Hog Riders dominate in Game 1. Game 2, same situation, maybe a different result. Let's see. Electro Titan going in hogs, coming out angry. Electro Titan taking some crazy damage against, but dealing crazy damage against the hogs at the same time. Takes out one, but the hogs sweep and move on to the finals. And now we've got the Headhunter versus the Golem, who will advance to the finals and go up against the Hog Rider. Let's see. And game 1 of the Headhunters versus the Golem is now. See who advances, see who gets the 1-game lead. So Golem's with an early hit on the Headhunters, but the Headhunters slow the Golem down, who is already slow, which makes this battle a very boring battle. As the Headhunters take out the first Golem, but the explosion finishes it off. And in game 2, we're going to try to help the Headhunters out a little bit by having better placement. As the Headhunters are keeping their distance, will they take out the first Golem before it's too late? And they do. This is actually going to be a really close matchup. I don't know how this will end. Might have a time fail before this actually does end. It's going down to the 1v1. 10 seconds remaining. And the Headhunters take down the Golem and force a Game 3 in the semifinals. Here we go. Important matchup here. Who will advance to the finals? Let's find out. So Golem's already taken out one of the Headhunters and half of another one. It's not looking good for the Headhunters here. So Headhunters take out the Golem though. Now it's a little more interesting. Headhunters in a 1v1 against the Golems. Looks like the Headhunters will all each take out one Golem, and then it'll be a 3-on-1 here. With 2 low Headhunters though. Will they get the job done? Will they advance, or will the Golem stop them? And the Headhunters do it, and they advance to the finals against the Hog Riders. The finals are here. Comes down after all this hard work from the Hog Rider and the Headhunter. They go up head to head to see who will win the Ground Troop Tournament. We now have game 1 of the finals of the tournament. Let's see how it goes. The Hog Riders coming out fast, and it looks like this is going to be a dominant performance from the Hog Riders this round. They had no competition, and they easily wiped out the Headhunters. Now that game 2 is ready to go. The Hogs and the Headhunters both had a little pre-game conversations, made up some plans, and let's see how they work out this game. Let's go. Will the Headhunters survive to live another day? Will the Hog Riders end it and become the champions? And there you guys have it. That is game over. The Hog Riders are the Ground Tournament champions. He charged to the competition and demolished the Headhunters to claim victory. GG's to everyone who battled. Do you want more tournaments? Join the Discord and stay up to date. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Clash action. Goodbye.